So today we're going to reteach our inequalities lesson. So first off, looking at solving inequalities. So I am going to draw my line down the inequality sign, and I'm going to highlight my variable. We're doing these same steps always. On the side with the variable, the operation that's in the equation, is subtraction, which means our solving operation should be the opposite, which is addition. We were subtracting 30, so we're going to add 30 to both sides. It cancels out on the side with the variable. We're left with our variable of d. Bring down our inequality sign of greater than. 32 plus 30 is 62. Same thing for number 2. Draw our line down the inequality sign. I'm highlighting my variable. The operation that I see on the side with the variable is subtraction, which means our solving operation is addition. The number we were subtracting on the side with the variable is minus 13, so that's the number that we are going to add to both sides. It should cancel out on the side with the variable, because if you look at this, this is negative 13 plus 13 cancels to 0. We are left with just x on that side. I'm going to bring down my inequality sign. 25 plus 13 is 38. All right, number 3. Drawing my line down the inequality sign, highlighting my variable. Looking at the side with the variable, the operation that's in the equation is addition, which means our solving operation is subtraction. The number that we were adding on that side is 12, so that's the number I'm subtracting, 12, from both sides. It cancels out on this side with the inequality, with the variable. We are left with our variable. I'm bringing that down, bringing down my inequality symbol, and bringing down 50 minus 12 is 38. Then the last thing, we like to rewrite it with our variable on the left. So I'm going to put x on the left, 38 on the right. And since I flip-flop those, I need to flip-flop my sign going the other way, so that the point, or the open 2 points that were next to the x are still next to the x when I flip it around. All right, number 4, drawing our line down the inequality sign, highlighting our variable. The operation that's in the equation is plus, which means the solving operation is subtraction. The number we were adding was 41. So the number we're going to subtract is 41 from both sides. Should cancel out on the side with the variable, so we bring down our y. 60 minus 41 is 19, and we bring down our inequality sign. Just like the last one, I'm going to flip-flop them. I want my y on the left, I want my 19 on the right, but if I flip-flop those, I need to flip-flop my sign from greater than to less than, so that the point stays next to the y. All right, number 5, drawing our line down the inequality sign, highlighting our variable. When we have a number right next to a variable, a lot of times we get these mixed up. Remember, process of elimination. We don't see a plus sign, we don't see a minus sign, so it's got to be multiplication or division. Remember that division has the fraction bar, so this must be multiplication. When you have a number next to a variable, that means multiplication. So our solving operation is division. X is being multiplied by 4, so we're going to show that we're dividing both sides by putting a fraction bar and dividing both sides by that number with the variable, 4. On the side with the variable, it should cancel. The 4's cancel out. We're left with just x. Bring down our inequality sign. and then 72 divided by 4 is 18. Just like we were doing on the last problem, we like to rewrite it with our variable on the left. So x on the left, 18 on the right, flip our sign so that the gap stays next to the x. All right, number 6, drawing our line down the inequality sign, highlighting our variable. Same thing, I don't see a plus, I don't see a minus. I know it's multiplication or division. Division would have to have a fraction bar. This doesn't have that. So that means this is multiplication, a number right next to a variable. So our solving operation is division. So we're going to draw our fraction bar to divide by 5 on each side. On the side with the variable, those 5 should cancel to just x. Bring down our inequality sign. 95 divided by 5 is 19. Just like before, I'm going to flip-flop these so my x can be on the left, which means I also need to flip my sign so that the 2 points, the open gap, is still next to the x. Last 2 of the solving, then we're going to do some writing. Draw our line down the inequality sign. Highlight our variable. I don't see a plus sign, I don't see a minus sign, so I know it has to be multiplication or division. I do see this fraction bar here, which means that is division in the problem, so we need to multiply to solve. The number we are dividing by is 3, that's what's with the variable, so that's the number we're going to multiply on both sides of the equation. It cancels out on the side with x. Bring down the inequality sign. 12 times 3 is 36. And last of the solving, draw our line down the inequality sign. Highlight our variable. Again, I don't see addition, I don't see subtraction. I do see this fraction bar, which tells us division is in the problem, so we need to multiply to solve. The number with the variable that we're dividing by is 8, so that's the number we are going to multiply by. The 8's cancel each other out. I'm left with just x is less than or equal to 7 times 8 is 56. Now, the last part, we're going to look at writing inequalities. So we have kind of shrunk down this little chart to help you and put it next to each problem so you can use it for solving all of these. So Adam is renting a DJ for $18 per hour and wants to spend at most $270. So I'm circling my numbers, 18 and 270. I'm underlining my unknown. It's per hour. We don't know how many hours. So I'm going to say H equals the number of hours. And then I'm going to look in this chart for the key word. I search. I see the word at most right here, which is in our sentence, and that shows me the symbol of less than or equal to. So I'm just going to write that right away. We are always using our total. The total amount spent is 270. And a lot of times the word that's clued in here is right next to the total number. And then $18 per hour means 18 times the number of hours. Number 2, Mary plans to buy 5 tickets to a concert. She has no more than $200 to spend. So 5, 200. The unknown is, we don't know what the ticket price is. So let's say T equals ticket price. No more than, if I'm looking on my chart, I see right here, no more than is this inequality symbol, and that's right next to our total. So I know The inequality I'm using has to be less than or equal to, and it's going to be to the total of 200. She's buying 5 tickets times whatever price, so 5t. Number 3, Sandra needs to beat at least 50 levels of Candy Crush to catch up to Jackie. She plans to beat 10 levels per week. So 50 and 10 are my numbers. We don't know how many weeks per week. So W equals number of weeks. And then some keywords. If I'm looking at my totals, if you're not sure on this one, we've got 10 and 50. That's the 50 is the total amount we're talking about, and our clue was that the keyword is often right next to it. So at least, and I see that on our chart, that is the greater than or equal to symbol. And then it's 10 levels per week, so 10 times W. And last one, Selena is selling bracelets for $4 each. She wants to make at least $40. Our unknown is how many bracelets. We don't know how many bracelets she sold. And then keywords, if I'm searching, I see the word at least, again, is right by our total. So at least is telling us greater than or equal to our total amount of 40. Well, it's $4 each. $4 per bracelet is 4B.